What up, lifers? What up, lifers? What up, lifers? It's Dave Life. It's Dave Life. You're watching Dave Life After Dark. Dave Life After Dark, the After Dark podcast. I appreciate you, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight, so I want to say thank you. Let's start this off like we always do, the right way. Heavenly Father, have your way, Lord. I pray that you would speak to your people. Father, I pray less of me and more of you. Have your way, Lord. Help me to enlighten, entertain, and inform the public. Give us a good show tonight, Lord. Forgive us of our sins that we've committed, both by commission and by omission. Charge it to our heads and not our hearts, Lord. Let's have a great show tonight. Let us give you glory and praise and honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen, amen, and amen. Yo. What up, lifers? What up, lifers? What up, lifers? Man, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're with us tonight. So I want to say thank you, and I appreciate that, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you follow and subscribe on YouTube. Go to DaveLifeTV. Go to DaveLifeTV. All one word on YouTube. Make sure you follow and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of the year, and we are close. We only need 92 followers. We're also trying to get to our watch hours. We're only, I think, 500 hours short, 456 hours short. So make sure you guys follow, like, and subscribe, man. If you're watching on Instagram, come on over to the YouTube, man. YouTube is a great experience. I appreciate y'all. You could have been anywhere in the world, man. Thank you. If you want to support Dave Life After Dark and Dave Life TV, you can hit us on Cash App at $ Dave Life TV, and on Cash App at $ Dave Life TV. You can hit us on Venmo at Dave Life. Make sure you send us some tip money, man. Little drink money, little food money, and all that stuff. I got a few people that's going to try to join us tonight if possible. I got a few people that's going to join us in a little bit. They might pull up a little bit late, so let me show y'all what the topic is tonight. You attract what you are. You attract what you are, and you get what you accept. You attract what you are, and you get what you accept. Now that sounds like that could be a deep show tonight. You attract what you are, and you get what you accept. Oh boy. Hey, how many of you guys know how the mind works? How many guys know that you are what you think? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and we're live. Let me see who's watching us right quick on Instagram. All right, got some people pulling up on the gram. I see y'all. Some people on Facebook, some people on Twitter. I see y'all. I see y'all. YouTube, I see y'all. All right. Forward this to one person right quick. Make sure we good to go. Man, how y'all been? How's your week been? How you been, lifers? What's been going on with you? What's been going on with you, lifers? Y'all tell me in the comments how y'all been this week. I hope y'all been good. Everybody that's watching. Shout out to everyone that's watching. Let me pull up YouTube right quick and make sure we good to go on YouTube. And then we can get into the topic, man. I hope y'all been doing well. We got the holidays coming up. Everybody, we just got out of the election. Just got out of the election last week. I did do election coverage. So I did cover the election. I also did cover the YSL trial with Young Thug and his verdict. That's up on our YouTube channel. Oh, here we go. Boom. That's what I need on YouTube, so y'all can find me. Boom. I'm posting the video. Y'all can't see it. Y'all can't see my screen. All right, bet. Cool. The YouTube video is up. Man, how did y'all feel about the election results? I'm sure people felt some type of way. Whether good or bad, whether your candidate won or lost, how'd you feel? Let me know. I felt the type of way. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I felt the type of way, but I was cool. You know why? Because we're gonna pray for our leaders and we're gonna trust God. That's the bottom line. Hold on, let me forward this to some people right quick, man. Boom. Boom. I gotta let people know we out here. We live. There you go. Okay. Maybe some people will pull up in the audience. I bet. Okay. So, cool. All right. So the topic tonight is you attract what you are, you get what you accept. You attract what you are, you get what you accept. What does that mean? What does that mean, everybody watching in the comments? Tell me what that means. You attract what you are, you get what you accept. Shout out to I see Yolanda. What's going on, Yolanda, on the gram? I see you. You attract what you are, you get what you accept. Have you ever let me ask this question. Why is it that the man normally shoots his shot first? Have y'all noticed that in a relationship? Normally it's the man that shoots his shot. Have you ever noticed that? Um Typically it's the guy that approaches the young lady, says, "Hey, let me get your number. Hey, my name is Dave." Boop boop boop. Right? Or they slide in DMs. You know, what's going on? Hey, what's up? My name is Dave. Dave Life. Woo, woo, woo. You hit him in the DMs. See what's up. Right? It's usually the man that is making the first step. Why is that? Why does the man make the first step? And have you ever seen a man that was nervous about making the first step? Like you want him to and he doesn't? Have you ever seen that? Because, it's got to be nerve-wracking to be the person that's always getting rejected, right? It's got to be nerve-wracking to be the person that's always sticking your neck out there, seeing what happens and getting rejected. That's got to not feel too good. So, we got an example here of someone that was going to shoot their shot. Check this meme out, and then we'll discuss it on the other side.
So you just gonna keep liking my story and not say anything?
Yeah,
What's the point?
I like the way you look, but I ain't gonna DM you and get rejected.
But you don't even know if I'm gonna reject you or not.
I know, and I'm not trying to find out. I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Do you expect me to talk to you first or something?
That would be amazing, but nah, you ain't gotta do all that.
Why do men always want us to do all the work?
We don't, but the ratio of y'all shooting y'all shot as opposed to us, y'all more than likely to be successful at it.
It sounds like you're just scared.
Nah, I ain't scared. I just like the peace that I have, and I ain't trying to deal with the stress of trying to figure out if you into me or not. I ain't got time for it.
But clearly I'm talking to you now.
You got a point. How about you meet me halfway?
Why?
I just need confirmation.
But I'm literally giving you all the signals.
I'm nearsighted. I need to see that thing in 4K. I'm walking now. Just trying to make sure it's mutual.
Okay.
You see? Things are becoming more clear now.
Great. So you can walk the rest of the way?
Hell nah. Come on. Come on.
Women should not have to do all this. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but look how things are easier now. We both have an understanding and nobody gets rejected. Simple.
Okay, but what about after? What if I don't like you or vice versa? It's still the same process.
So what did we notice here? What's going on here? What is actually happening in this clip? See if we can break this down. So it seems like this young man wanted to shoot a shot and he was nervous about rejection. That's the first thing I'm getting. He wanted to shoot a shot. He's nervous about rejection. He wants to make sure that she's going to feel the same way about him. Okay. I can say that from the male side of the house, that's what I'm noticing. From the male side of the house, he's scared to shoot a shot. He doesn't want to get rejected. Welcome to the After Dark podcast. It's Dave Life. For y'all that are just pulling up, we're discussing the idea of you get what you attract, or you are what you attract. Boom, here it is. You attract what you are and you get what you accept. You attract what you are, you get what you accept. That's what we're talking about. I see you, Lady Cupid. What's going on? Y'all should come on over to YouTube and pull up. Check it out. All right. I noticed that he's nervous. This young man is nervous about getting rejected. He's unsure. He doesn't want to go through the possibility of getting rejected. Right. Let's look at it again. You can see it.
So you just gonna keep liking my story and not say anything?
Yeah.
What's the point?
I like the way you look, but I ain't gonna DM you and get rejected.
I mean, right there. He said it right there. I like the way you look, but I ain't trying to DM you and get rejected. So dude ain't trying to get his feelings hurt. All right. That's ego. But if you notice, she's doing the same exact thing. He's watching her page. He's DMing her. He's liking her pics. What should I say? He's liking her pics. But he's not making a move. She's seeing him like the pics. She might be interested, but she also isn't making a move. So you can already see like they're being the same.
But you don't even know if I'm gonna reject you or not.
I know, and I'm not trying to find out. I'm comfortable where I'm at.
So he comfortable where he at, and he don't want to know or find out if she's going to reject him. So he's not making any move towards her. What is that? Help me out in the comments. What is that? Fear of success? Fear of failure? What is that? I call it something. He's definitely afraid of something, right? I think it's fear of, yes, fear of rejection, but it's also probably fear of failure. To just sit on the sidelines and not move forward, that happens a lot. It does, because people be scared.
Do you expect me to talk to you first or something?
That would be amazing, but nah, you ain't gotta do all that.
Why do men always want us to do all the work?
So it seems like she's also afraid of putting herself out there, looking stupid, doing all the work, right? Afraid that he's just gonna sit back and chill when she's making all the effort, right? You can tell that she's like, yo, I also don't want to waste my time. He's afraid of getting rejected. She's afraid of wasting her time and possibly being rejected as well. Let's see what else happens.
We don't, but the ratio of y'all shooting y'all shot as opposed to us, y'all more than likely to be successful at it.
It sounds like you're just scared.
So he's saying ratio wise, you're probably going to be successful trying to find a man versus the number of times that I've got to shoot my shot to find a woman. He's basically saying from a numbers perspective, men want women usually more than the woman wants the man, like the man is the pursuer, especially when it's an interaction like this where it's just the beginning. So he's like, look, chances are you shoot your shot, somebody gonna pick up what you putting down. Pretty much. So dude is like, hey, that's what's gonna happen. And I ain't trying to get rejected, right? But why do we do this? What goes on in our mind where we don't want to press forward? What happens?
Nah, I ain't scared. I just like the peace that I have, and I ain't trying to deal with the stress of trying to figure.
So he claims, okay, I ain't scared, but I have peace and I ain't trying to deal with the stress. Well, if that's the case, why you keep looking at her stories? Why you keep liking her pics? Why are you showing that you're, I guess, interested, or at least she's caught your eye, if you're not willing to even attempt to try to holler? And that's the crazy part, is that he's even liking her pictures while they're sitting across from each other in the parking lot. That's the wild part. Okay, that's crazy. There's a reason behind this. There is a reason why people move like this. And when we finish the video, I'll tell you what that is.
Figure out if you into me or not. I ain't got time for it.
But clearly I'm talking to you now.
You got a point. How about you meet me halfway?
Now what? See, he's truly scared to make a move. He doesn't want to fail. Because now that she's like, look, I'm talking to you. Clearly, I'm entertaining you. I'm showing you that there's some level of interest there. We didn't left liking each other's pics on the gram to actually sitting next to each other and we're having a discussion. So what's the problem? And he said, yeah, you got a point. But he's afraid to make the move. Analysis paralysis, right? He doesn't want to waste his time because he's probably like, look, it's a numbers game. I got to talk to 10 women just to get, 4 phone numbers. And I got to get 10 phone numbers just to get one person that's really into me or interested or at least going to show some interest. So dude is like, look, 1 out of 20 is what I got to go through to get to somebody decent. He don't feel like it. But, that's part of the game.
Why?
I just need confirmation.
But I'm literally giving you all the signals.
I'm nearsighted. I need to see that thing in 4K. I'm walking now. Just trying to make sure it's mutual.
Okay.
That part right there. I'm walking now.
See? Things are becoming more clear now.
Trying to make sure it's
Great.
mutual. So, okay. I mean, I get it. He's like, I want to make sure things are mutual. He's like, I want to make sure. And I understand that because he's concerned about someone not being interested and someone, I guess you could say wasting his time. I've seen this before when a man is extra cautious. I've seen this before, and I'm going to pull up an example of that. When somebody is extra cautious, I definitely have an example of that. But what is this called? What is this called when someone is so scared of rejection that they don't really move forward? Fear of failure, fear of success, scared to get out there, scared, just, analysis paralysis. What do we call it? Somebody put it in the comments. All right, I was looking for my other clip and I don't see it right now. So I have to come back to that clip. All right, let me show you what this is. This is an example of you get what you attract. These two people are very much the same. If you just listen to the remainder, they're very much the same.
So you can walk the rest of the way?
Hell nah. Come on.
Women should not have to do all this. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but look how things are easier now.
See, he's afraid of rejection. She's afraid of rejection. He's afraid of losing out or not moving forward or getting rejected. She's afraid of wasting her time, wasting her energy, putting forth effort. Clearly, they both have been hurt before.
Both have an understanding and nobody gets rejected. Simple.
Okay. But what about after?
See, they both gone through it, right? They both gone through it. This is an example of a concept called attracting your own frequency. So here's another clip that says that you attract people that are on your frequency. You attract people that are on your psychological level. You attract people that are on your psychological level. Have you ever noticed how there's times when it seems like you keep running into the same type of person? It seems like you keep running into the same type of person, the same hang-ups or the same attitudes or similar personality traits. It seems like you run into that type of person over and over again. You're out here trying to find a husband, trying to find a wife. You're single, you're dating, and it's just like, yo, man, I keep running into the same chick, or the same dude or whatever, right? Have you ever noticed that? Well, the idea here is that in that instance, you are attracting from your frequency. You are attracting from your frequency. Take a look at this. Check this out.
You meet people on the same level of psychological wound as you.
Oh, bad.
You also leave people where if you evolve out of that and they haven't been able to.
Wow. Oh.
Now, hold on. Let's just pause that. You meet people on the same psychological level as you. You meet
So you think
people
we
on the
attract people
same
based on our psychological wounds?
level as
100%.
you.
Wow. And as we start to heal and grow, if
You
the other
also
person's
lead
not
people
healing and growing,
at the
we
level
kind of pull
that
away.
you're both.
Mhm.
Wow.
So
You
you
meet
meet people at the same psychological level that you. I'm sure you guys have had to have noticed that before. That had to have happened to you in the past, because I've seen it too many times. If you're immature, you play too much, you always got jokes, you tend to meet people that's always playing, or some they're always immature. And it ain't funny when the rabbit got the gun. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So at first everything's a joke, everything's funny, you the funny guy, you the funny girl, you the wise guy, and you the wise girl. Then you meet your match and you're like, oh my God. Okay. You meet people on the same psychological level that you're at. You're spiritual. You're a believer. You're about following the Lord. Hopefully you meet someone. I mean, I know sometimes the opposite comes, because that's the devil, but hopefully you meet people on your psychological level. You meet people on where you are. If you are selfish and everything is about you, and you're never really a giver, you're never really sacrificing or looking out for or concerned about anyone else except your own welfare. Maybe it's a thing where you're always dealing with money problems, right? And you just can't think about no one else because you got to worry about your thing. Maybe it's a thing where so you don't, so in that case you don't help the homeless, you don't give at church. Maybe some people are just really they talk about people, they're a gossip, or they're mean, and they like to talk about people, they talk crap about people, right? If you're always rumoring and gossiping and talking about people, you may tend to attract people that backbite you, that come after you, that talk about you, that are two-faced to you. You ever heard the verse that says, if you to be a friend, you must present yourself friendly, right? To be a friend, you must first present yourself friendly. You can't be a jerk to people and expect everybody to want to be your friend and be around you, and you're a great teammate, and everybody love you. Not when you're a jerk to everybody. So you tend to attract people that are on your psychological level. And if it seems like you're stuck, right? If it seems like you're stuck, if it seems like you're unable to make a change or unable to elevate, it could be because of where you are. It could be because of how you think. It could be your mindset. Let me play this again so y'all can really get it.
meet people on the same level of psychological wound as you.
Oh, man.
You also leave people where if you evolve out of that and they haven't been able to.
Wow. So you think we attract people based on our psychological wounds?
100%.
Wow. And as we start to heal and grow, if the other person's not healing and growing, we kind of pull away.
Mhm.
Wow.
You meet people on the same level of psychological wound as you.
You
Oh,
meet
man.
people.
You also leave people where if you evolve out of that and they haven't been able to.
Wow.
Some people call that trauma bonding. You meet people on the same level of psychological wound as you. Some people call that trauma bonding, where, hey, y'all both going through a divorce. Y'all both are going through a divorce. And so uh, you bond over divorce. You bond over the fact that, things went wrong in your life, and woe is me, and I'm so upset about everything I went through, right? So some people bond over the divorce, hurt, trauma bonding. Some people bond over death. I lost a niece, right? She was like my daughter. And that hurt. That hurt. And for a while there, I really dealt with, the fact that Aaliyah, my niece, was gone. And sometimes you can bond with people that have also lost loved ones, lost a niece, a nephew, a child, brother, sister, son, daughter-in-law. And sometimes you can find solace in that group of people or in that community. And you don't know why, but you tend to meet people that are going through or have gone through similar things, can identify with your pain. It's probably because your psychological trauma that you've been through, the pain you've been through, is very strong and present on your heart. And therefore, it's hard to not think about it. It's hard to not focus on it, right? Some people go through that. There is a biblical basis for this. It says, as a man thinketh, so is he. As a man thinketh, so is he. Let me zoom in. That is a verse from Proverbs. In fact, it is Proverbs 23:7. But verse 6 starts off and it says, desire not the bread of a miser, nor desire his delicacies. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. Meaning he really didn't want to get at to you. He's a miser. He's selfish. He didn't really want to help or provide or entertain or host. He probably did it just because he had to. So it says, don't eat the bread of a stingy person, of a miser, and don't desire what he loves. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. All right, eat and drink, he says, but his heart is not with you. The more so you have eaten, you will vomit up and waste your pleasant words. Now, what that means is don't be selfish. Don't be selfish and don't desire the bread of selfish people, and don't eat and hang around selfish people, because that selfishness that's in their heart, how they think, is who they really are. Don't associate that, because you'll start to think selfish. You'll start to think, I'm not going that route. I can't help nobody. Nope. I'm gonna stick with what I got. Like stingy thinking. And if you start thinking stingy, you start thinking lack, you're going to attract stingy and you're going to attract lack. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sexy Spirit TV. Hey, Parrish. You're welcome to join the show as well. We're talking about, let me put it back on the screen. We're talking about you attract what you are and you get what you accept. You attract what you are and you get what you accept. Shout out to Nefertiti. Shout out to Trent. Shout out to Parrish. Come on over to YouTube, Parrish. I'll send you the link. If you want to join, you can join. So if you hang around lack mind state, fear mind state, you're gonna end up doing that. You're gonna end up being that. So I want to refresh this, because I want y'all to, well, I'll let it play out first. I'll let it play out. These two were scared about everything. So I'm gonna let it play, and then I want you to listen to it.
So you just gonna keep liking my story and not say anything?
Yeah,
What's the point?
I like the way you look, but I ain't gonna DM you and get rejected.
But you don't even know if I'm gonna reject you or not.
I know, and I'm not trying to find out. I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Do you expect me to talk to you first or something?
That would be amazing, but nah, you ain't gotta do all that.
Why do men always want us to do all the work?
We don't, but the ratio of y'all shooting y'all shot as opposed to us, y'all more than likely to be successful at it.
It sounds like you're just scared.
Nah, I ain't scared. I just like the peace that I have, and I ain't trying to deal with the stress of trying to figure out if you into me or not. I ain't got time for it.
But clearly I'm talking to you now.
You got a point. How about you meet me halfway?
Why?
I just need confirmation.
But I'm literally giving you all the signals.
I'm nearsighted. I need to see that thing in 4K. I'm walking now. Just trying to make sure it's mutual.
Okay.
Yeah, so the brother's
See?
scared.
Things are becoming more clear now.
Great. So you can walk the rest of the way?
Hell nah.
So he's scared. He's scared to get rejected, and thus, as he's thinking, I'm afraid to get rejected. I'm afraid that she won't want to meet me halfway. I'm afraid that it won't be mutual. I'm afraid that it's not going to go right. The more he thinks that, the more that he attracts people that thinks the same way. So this skit right here is showing you two people that are both afraid to move forward, afraid to get rejected, afraid to try, afraid to put forth effort, afraid to waste time, afraid for time to be wasted. You know what I'm saying? So both people are going through it. So that's the example of you attract what you are. You attract what you are. Let me see here. So you attract people from the frequency that you're on. I really like that. I know this is a short, quick clip, but I really like this concept. This concept right here is dope.
So you think we attract people based on our psychological wounds?
100%.
You attract people based on your psychological wounds. You know, some people will go so far as to say you came to Earth to go through pain to make you a better person, to bring you closer to God. Some people will even say that. They'll say you came to Earth and agreed to have the body, the life circumstances, and the family that you have, that you were born into, skin tone and all that. Some people suggest that when you were in heaven as a spirit, you agreed with God to come down and to be put into the exact life that you're living, so that that life can try you, test you, bend you, mold you, and make you a better person. So if the idea is that your psychological trauma level is a level of person that you attract, that kind of says that when you come down here, you're going to deal with the same type of people that you are until you learn how to elevate, evolve, mature, grow, develop, change, and become something better. See, it puts a lot of the onus on us and not on God to do it, or the other person to do it, or your mom and your dad to do it, or your teacher to do it. Like, yes, we have those people as examples and mentors. And of course, we have the Bible. We have God our Father as our example. All right. We got that. But we still got to do the work. It's still on us. You're not going to wake up and all of a sudden you've lost 50 pounds, David. Talking to myself. I'm not going to wake up and all of a sudden I've lost weight and I'm buff. No, you got to put time in to get back to where you used to be. It takes time. It takes time. What's up, Crystal? Shout out to Crystal. I see everybody watching from Facebook. Shout out, shout out. The floor is open too. Y'all want to join? Come on in here. I'll send the link or I'll put it in the comments. Let's keep watching because this is good. And see, these are the types of moments when we learn things in these quiet moments.
Wow. And as we start to heal and grow, if the other person's not healing and growing, we kind of pull away.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So as we start to spiritually heal and grow, if the other person doesn't do the same, we kind of drift away. Have you ever noticed with some people, you can tend to grow apart? You ever notice that? And you wonder why? Some of it is due to the spiritual growth and development. I mean, you're moving forward in life. You're moving forward in life. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I want to be different. You're making changes. And you kind of grow apart. You know, you do have to work and fight to stay connected to the person you marry, the person you're in relationship with. You can't just be static. Shout out to Mbisa One. Jared, what up, big dog? Trent, what up? Bonnie, what's going on, y'all? Shakira, what's going on, Empowerment? Hey, and in fact, all my people on Instagram, y'all come to YouTube and y'all can watch the show. You can join from the link. I'm gonna put the link. Matter of fact, I'll add the link down here at the bottom. I'll put it in the comments for YouTube and Facebook. I don't think it's gonna show up in Instagram though. If you want to join, just come to YouTube or tell me on the gram. Tell me to send you the link. All right, if y'all want to join. All right, so let's keep going with this concept. Okay, we're talking today about you attract what you are, you get what you accept. You attract what you are, you get what you accept. We need to realize that when we keep finding trifling, hood rat, and I'm just saying that because I'm from the hood too. You find trifling, procrastination, hood rat, scamming, scheming, slipping and sliding. You know what I'm saying? We do all that. Some of that might be because we're attracting what's in us. Oh, I appreciate it, Bonnie. Bonnie, if you want to join, the link is in the comments. I'm gonna add the link if you want to join. All I ask is y'all be ready. Cameras, lights, cameras. In fact, I need some light. Hold up. There you go. I was wondering why it was so dark. Yeah. Super bright. I'll tone it down a little bit. Cool. Okay, I was wondering why it was so dark. All right. Lights, camera. I'll be ready to be on camera. All right, y'all. Let me keep rolling with the next clip. So we saw the clip of the two people that were nervous. They were scared. We saw the clip of you are what you attract. Well, I got more clips. I got something else to show you. Man, I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna stick with this. Being afraid to show yourself or to step out there, being afraid to make a move. Okay, having to kind of you're either just too afraid to make a move, or you kind of move in fear. Oh, hey, I see you, Bonnie. Wave your hand when you're ready. I'll bring you up to the stage. Wave your hand when you're ready. Can you hear me, Bonnie? Wave at me. Okay, I think she's ready. All right, come on to the stage. What's up, Bonnie?
Hey, Dave, how are you? But yes,
I'm good. I'm
that's what.
good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes,
Okay.
I can.
But this is something I am going through right now as a transformation of a different relationship with being with a person and not attached to a person, but knowing that God has to say something. And I truly, I'm like amazed right now because I was just telling a friend of mine about that. Like, some men don't come together, don't want to meet us women halfway. They expect for us to do it all. And we can't do it all.
It's a slight delay. It's like probably about a 2-second delay. So I'm gonna ask this and then I'm gonna let you talk. Give me an example of a man not wanting to meet you halfway or not wanting to put forth the same amount of effort. Give me an example.
If he sees a woman struggling with the bills, don't just say, "Oh, you got this." Just say, let me help you. And that's something that I'm an issue with right now. Like, prime example, I was in a previous relationship back here over the summer, and I laid a bill down. He didn't bother to pick it up and say, "Oh, you need help with this." He didn't do that. I laid the bill right on the table, right on the bed. It was two separate bills. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm struggling here. I'm not asking you for anything. If you see a bill, ask questions.
I have a
For
question.
the man that I was with, I had to break up with.
y'all were together. Y'all were in a relationship, and he wasn't pulling his weight, and he wasn't helping.
Not at all.
Mm.
Not at all. He
Yeah,
expected me to do everything. So I
yeah.
cut it loose. No, you gotta hit the road. You gotta bounce like R. Kelly in the playground. I hate to say it like that, but you gotta bounce. I could do bad by myself.
Yeah, yeah.
I could do bad by myself, but a lot of women, like most women that I know, oh, you gotta come up with their other half. I'm not gonna come at you like that. I'm just gonna lay the bill down on the table. If you happen to
S-
pick it up,
So I got questions, Bonnie.
common sense.
I got
Hmm.
questions, Bonnie. Were y'all
I can.
okay? Y'all were in a relationship. Was it something where y'all were living together?
He was living with me. He didn't have a place to stay. He was still staying with his mom. And I'm not knocking a man.
The
I'm
reason
not
that's
knocking
me.
a man.
That means nope. I gotta pull a straw on that one. All right, Bonnie.
All right.
I'm not knocking
But
him either. I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking you. We've all been there. If you're, because look, I'm over 50 now. Matter of fact, Bonnie, my birthday was yesterday, 2 days ago. My birthday was 2 days ago.
happy birthday. I wish I
Thank
would have known. I would have sung it to you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I turned 51 the other day. So look,
You still
we
young.
all been there. Yeah, I'm still a baby. I'm still a baby. We've all been there, right? Where our money wasn't. We had more month than money, as they say. We just, it ain't
Yeah,
all the bills ain't meeting. As a man,
exactly. And
I gotta tell you, don't get involved with. I'm gonna tell the ladies, don't get involved with a man, um, where you have to be the breadwinner and he can't take care of himself. If he's living with his mama when you meet him and you want something serious, don't get with him. Don't get with him. And I'm not saying that a man can't grow and come up, but that's when you in your early 20s doing that kind of stuff. Not when you are age. You should not be living at your mama crib and you over 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? So
exactly.
if a man is struggling or down on his luck, and then you meet him and y'all like each other, and you are doing better, and you say, baby, come on in, you can stay with me, and boom, boom,
Right.
he should be offering to help. He should be offering to say, at least let me help. You let me stay with you. Let me either pay for the rent or let me pay for as much of the rent that I can pay. If he can't pay all
Yeah.
of it, he should be offsetting. I would prefer that if he gonna move in with you, first of all, I prefer that he have his own place so you can move in with him. However, if he got to move in with you, then he needs to be paying some major bills, especially if y'all are serious. But you probably shouldn't let a man move in with you unless he's able to do that and y'all are serious and you have talked about it.
Yeah. And that's something that we jumped to the conclusion, even though we've been knowing each other over 22 years, you
Mm,
know. And it's like, excuse my French, nigga, please.
yeah, yeah.
I hate
What
to
are we
say it
doing?
like that, but all right, well, what exactly? And like I had told him, I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna work with me because I'm very independent. And he was like, you
Mm,
always been independent. Yeah, but that don't mean to add more baggage to the playground.
right. I was just telling everybody on Instagram to come on over to YouTube. I can add you to the show. It's a better experience. Make sure y'all follow and subscribe. I see everybody watching on the gram. So, Bonnie, I want to
Yeah.
talk about you attract what you are.
Ooh, that's a hit subject. Okay, what I'm trying to who I
It is.
am. Gotta know your
Let me
worth.
play the clip. Let me play the clip because I want you to see the clip, and then we're gonna apply this to you. We're gonna apply this clip to you, and we're gonna talk about what happened with you. All right, check this out.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna let you see the whole thing. I'm gonna let you watch. I'm gonna let you watch it live, all up there. All right, here we go.
You meet people on the same level of psychological wound as you.
Oh, man.
Let's just stop there. We ain't even gotta let them get going. You meet people on the same psychological level as you. So, Bonnie, if the man was not, this is gonna get tight.
It's gonna hit, but come on, I'm working on it now. I'm working on me, so let's go ahead and let's say it.
If you got with a man that wasn't willing to offer to help, if you got with a man that wasn't willing to offer to help, that had too much pride to ask for help, to offer, or to say I can't or I'm struggling, is that an indication that you may have had too much pride to ask? Because you were like, I shouldn't have to ask. I'm not going to be asking and hounding. Maybe y'all should have talked about all that, beforehand. And so his lack of communication and his lack of offer could be reciprocal to your lack of asking and your lack of let me get clarity before I let you move in here.
Yeah. And you know what? That's something that I actually strongly had it in my heart. Like, why should I ask him? Here come my pride. Here come the pride. Why should I ask him for help when he already knew from the get-go I needed help? If I had put the bills on the table, frankly, this bill was $300.
Yeah.
Common sense is everything. And I tell a lot of people that common sense is everything. If you see a bill, here's 100 or here's 200, go pay that bill.
Yeah.
Kids gotta have light. Kids gotta have gas. No. But did he think about that? No. He just said, you must be paying that.
So
that was
you had the pride of, hey, I shouldn't have to ask. And you know what? I agree to 50% of that. Because closed mouths don't get fed. And you have not because you ask not. And I'm, what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that a woman should have to ask her man to help. What I'm saying is a conversation should have been had before he became your man. A conversation should have been had definitely before he moved in. And
exactly.
So not addressing it head on in the beginning kind of allowed him to not address it head on while it's happening. Because now it's a battle of pride. Now it's a battle of, you see that bill? You see that bill? You see that? I see it. Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? It shouldn't be that. And I would say he was wrong. But since we're talking about the idea of you attract the frequency of your trauma, we're applying it to that. Let's look at the second half of what they said and see if it applies to your situation.
You also leave people where if you evolve out of that and they haven't been able to.
Wow.
And then listen to that. You leave people if you evolve out of that trauma and they haven't. It sounds to me like you got sick and tired of being sick and tired and said, I'm not dealing with this. And now you're not with that brother.
Exactly. And that's what happened. That's like, that video is so much of me forte. And it's like, God, am I the only person? I guess I'm not the only person that went through this, but maybe I should have said, hey, you know what? I need help with this bill. Can you help? But maybe that was on me. It was on my name. I
wonder. Now I'm just curious. And again, we're not beating up on this young man. I don't know him. I'm just using it as an example to discuss something on the show, right? So I'm not beating up on this, bro. But I got a question. I wonder why wouldn't he offer? What was his financial situation? I'm assuming his financial situation wasn't as good as it needed to be because, number one, he was living with his mom before he started living with you. So I'm assuming his money wasn't quite right to be affording a $300 light bill or whatever it was. I'm assuming he was tight money-wise.
But you know what? This is what got me. He worked 2 jobs. working 2 jobs, 7 days a week. And then it's like he told me, oh, I got to come up with $200 for his other son, $3,000 for his other child. He's like, have like 10 kids. And my son is questionable to him, but his mother, as they say, mother knows where their kids come from.
Right.
And his mother looked at my son, FaceTiming and everything. She said, I want to see him. Because she said, I had a strong feeling. This is what his mom told me. I had a strong feeling that this might be my grandchild. So I told him, I'm like, well, you know, here he is. I called him up and she was like, oh, that's your son.
Wait,
Like my nephew.
I'm confused.
The grandmother.
The grandmother was saying that your son looks like her grandson.
Nephew.
Oh, nephew.
Mm-hmm.
So wait a minute. So what is she trying to say that man? I'm so confused. Is this man the father of your child?
Yes.
Okay. And but y'all both knew that.
Yes.
Y'all both knew this. You both were aware of that.
I was questioning about because I was outside of my marriage. I went outside of my marriage because I was in an abusive marriage. And I was out here trying to find love. I was 20, 23, 24 years old.
Yeah.
And I was out here trying to find love where I thought I was in love with my ex-husband until he came around, and me and him, we worked at the same place. So we both had jobs together. We worked in the same atmosphere, same job and everything. And we hooked up, you know, shit happens. And like I told my mom, I've been raising my sons all the way up to now. He's 22 years old. So, you know, him growing out, not knowing that this man was actually his father, and his father was like, no, I want to get a DNA test. Okay, if you want to get that done, get it done. Because I know who he belonged to. He belonged to me.
Yep. Bonnie, I want to play something. I want to play something. Because I feel like there's another principle at work here. And I'm not using your situation to criticize. I'm using your situation as an example. Okay, just as a talking point, as a springboard. All right.
Yeah.
I think part of what's happening, and I'm gonna put you on mute a little because I'm getting a little echo. All right, so I got you on mute, but I will unmute you. I think what's happening here, Bonnie, is there's a little bit of it became transactional. Maybe for him, maybe on his side of the house, it was, well, I ain't gonna do nothing for you if you don't do this for me. It could have been a tit for tat. Some people say roommate, you know, petty, transactional type situation. And that reminds me of this clip right here that I saw that I want to play. And it's talking about the difference between a transactional relationship and a covenant relationship. All right.
When you do something for your spouse because you're expecting a response back, that means you're in a transactional relationship. If you're in a relationship that's a covenant relationship and you just show up because that's what God called you to be, then that's a relationship that can stand the test of time. So if you've ever been in your relationship and you've stopped talking to your spouse, like you've given them the silent treatment, or you've stopped doing something that was kind because your spouse didn't show up right, or because they didn't thank you, or because they didn't recognize something that you've done, you are in a transactional relationship. That means they have to do something for you before you can show up the way you're supposed to. And that's where things go wrong. When you do something for your spouse because you're expecting a response back, that means you're in a transactional relationship. If you're in a relationship that's a covenant relationship and you just show up because that's what God called you to be, then that's a relationship that can stand the test of time. So if you've ever been in your relationship and you've stopped talking to your spouse, like you've given them the silent treatment, or you've stopped doing something that was kind because your spouse didn't show up right, or because they didn't thank you, or because they didn't recognize something that you've done, you are in a transactional relationship. That means they have to do something for you before you can show up the way you're supposed to.
Boom. I mean, that's
Wow.
pretty deep.
It is.
That's,
And
that's pretty deep.
ooh,
Do you
that hit
feel
home
like,
right there.
yeah. So we're talking about you are what you attract, and or you attract what you are, rather. In this situation, it sounds like that brother might have been a little bit transactional. Like, I ain't doing all that. Why I got to do all of that? Does that sound like he was transactional? Like he was only gonna do so much, and you had to do something for him to get something in return?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And that was like the other, for me to have the silent treatment. I'm like, okay, you know what? Are you in this just to catch clout? You know, because he knows what I do. And he knew I know a lot of big names in the industry. And he's like, okay, are you trying to catch a clout from me? Or what is this is all about? You know, so yeah, he's thinking I have it all. And like I told him, I don't have it all like I used to.
Yeah. So he might have been thinking that it was a clout chase move where, you got connections, you might have some money stored up, you got influence, you got something he want. So he gonna kind of
Exactly.
link up with you to kind of pull that energy, that opportunity or something. Yeah, like, if you date someone that's if you date someone that works in Hollywood or works in music, you really got to date them for who they are, not for the connections that they might be able to give you. You know what I'm saying? And so
Exactly.
it could have been a little
Exactly.
tit for tat. But now here's where the episode, I got to put the mirror up. If you are what you attract, Bonnie, if you attract what you are, does that mean that there was some part in you that might have been a little tit for tat, transactional? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Was there
It
some of
was
that in
like
you?
that. That it was a whole lot of that in me. Like, okay, you know what? If you can help me by getting these bills paid off, then you could come around who I'm around with. But if I feel like no, I'm not gonna help you at all. I wanna just hang around with you. I wanna spend the time with you. Mm-mm. No, you can stay at home with the kids and my dog and my 2 cats.
So you were stingy with the access? You wasn't giving them
I
access?
was stingy. I was so stingy. I want to go. Like, you know me, I go to a lot of comedy clubs. You're not going
Yeah.
to catch that club. And I
Mhm.
know my friends is going to be there. And they're going
Yeah.
to ask me, who is this cat? You know,
Yeah.
they'll put you on the stage on the heartbeat and see what you can do.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
you know how it is, especially with
Yeah.
the hostess.
So was
You
he
know how
also
it
in
is.
entertainment? Did he aspire to be in entertainment?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
Okay. Well, maybe he
I
likes
mean,
you
he
for you. He
did
just
one.
wasn't on the right level.
No, it was more of a clout than me
Uh,
being with him, and he tried to be with me. It was more of a, yeah, I know so and so, so and so.
okay, I see.
Nah,
I see. I see.
I'm like
For
it's
every,
the back. I'm like Kanye West, back, back.
for everybody that's just joining, man, we're discussing you attract what you are and you get what you accept. You attract what you are, you get what you accept. Okay, now look, Bonnie, I'm gonna play one more clip. I'm gonna mute you just a
Okay.
little bit. I'm gonna mute you because I'm hearing the I think it's the air conditioner, but I'm hearing that. But I got you muted right now. I'm gonna play this clip. All right, now the next clip, you guys, is this one is interesting because you do attract what you are. And, you know, you could be in a transactional relationship if you're not careful. Everything could be tit for tat. And remember, I already showed you in where it says in Proverbs, for as he thinks, so is he. What you think determines who you are. Boom, let me zoom in there so you can see it. What you think determines who you are. Okay. For as he thinks, so is he. That's the little part that I highlight right there. Verse 7. As a person thinks, so is that person. So you really got to be careful how you think and how you think about yourself, how you think about your job, how you think about other people, how you treat people, how you think about even your relationship with God. We're talking about you attract what you are. So what you are helps determine what you're going to get. All right. So now watch this clip right here. Watch this clip right here. Trying to decide which one I want to go with. Okay. I think I got it. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah. All right, check this out. This one is kind of funny, but it's kind of not. All right, so this example, this clip right here is an example of trauma. Okay. This is trauma. This is a person who's had trauma in their life and they're used to the trauma and the drama and they want it. And they're sad that they don't have the trauma and the drama. They got somebody healthy, Bonnie. But watch how this lady acts. Just listen closely. Here we go.
Mommy, you good?
Yeah.
Oh. Baby, what's wrong?
Nothing.
I know. It's been like 8 months since we had a fight.
I know.
It's been 8 months since they had a fight. And she says, I know. And she don't look happy about it. Watch this.
A fight?
Yeah.
She wants to fight, Bonnie.
6218.
She want to fight.
Te hijo de la gran puta.
So Bonnie.
Mommy, you good?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was explaining to the lady, we ain't had a fight in 8 months. And she's sad about it. She's like, I know, I miss fighting. So he shows her his phone and gives her the code. And she immediately goes off. And this is killing. This one got me. I said, this is ridiculous.
I know. It's been like 8 months since we had a fight.
I know.
A fight?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I want to. I miss it.
6218.
And immediately.
Te hijo de la gran puta.
Yeah. Sorry about
She
that.
immediately
Yeah, you know, that happened to me a couple of times in different relationships and numerous of times. So, like I said, that looked like so much of me. But I understood. But sometimes,
why are some women like that? Why are some women so spicy? They just like to argue. They want to fight. I would rather fight with you than be happy and quiet and boring, if you will.
you know what it is? They hold out grudges. So this is something us women have to stop. For real. We have to stop holding on grudges. Let it go. Let the past be the past. Today is a brand new day. Let it go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, don't hold so much grudge onto a person to where you cannot define your love with this person.
Mm. Mm.
Ooh, I must have hit a nerve. I'm so
You said
serious.
don't
Define
hold a
your love.
grudge. I'm sorry. Please repeat that.
Don't hold your grudge.
Oh, you just froze on me, Bonnie. I can't hear you. Dang it. Oh, Bonnie, she froze on me. All right, Bonnie. You're frozen. I can see you. Okay, wait. Okay, wave at me. Wave at me when you're ready, because you're frozen. Oh, okay. I think we're back.
You hear me? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you're back.
So let your past be your past and let your love with him define the true love that you have for him. See, we have to let go. Let go, let
Mm,
God.
mm,
And that's something we have. We have an issue with that, ladies. We have an issue of letting go. Letting go. We have an issue with that. And once you let it go, everything be in peace. Everything, the energy, all of that will be at your peace. But once you start holding that grudge with that man, and ladies, we have a tendency to go to bed mad. Stop doing that too.
mm.
Don't get mad at him. Sometimes we got to get mad at ourselves for putting
So,
ourselves in a position.
in the position. Okay. Now that's going back to putting yourself in a position is you attract what you are. You know, you put yourself with that type of person because you attracted that person, and then you accepted. See, that's the other half of that statement. You get what you accept. See it?
Yes.
Let me
Yes.
move us out the way. You get what you accept. You attract what you are. You get what you accept. So the other half of that statement is whatever you have, you allowed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whatever you have, you allowed it. You accepted it. You allowed it. I know it sucks, but you know what? Yes, we allowed that trifling person to come in our lives. You know, we allowed that narcissist or that misogynist or that man hater, whoever she
Goodness.
might be. We let all that mess in our
Yeah.
life, man. Now, I like what you said. You said let your past be the past, and then let the love that you have for the new person be what it is. In other words, that means to me, don't compare your new person to your past.
Exactly.
That's what you're
Because
saying.
every man are different. There are a lot of men out here are different from one another. They may have the same pattern, but they are different. They raise different.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
You know
I'm
what?
just saying.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I want to look at some of these comments. Somebody said on Instagram when we were looking at the young lady right here that was really upset that she wasn't in an argument and she missed argument. Celine 77 said some people it just doesn't seem normal to them to be at peace. It doesn't seem normal. They got to have some drama or some trauma. Some people.
And I agree with that. Some people do. Some people like that drama. But sometimes we got to stay away from us women, ladies. Stay away from the drama. We
Mm,
know how to handle the man. Just get a belt and
mm.
some baby oil. No
What?
P. Diddy.
What?
No
What?
P. Diddy. Get the
Wait.
belt.
Pause. Pause. What the hell do you need a belt and baby oil? If you gonna give him a whooping, you gonna whoop the man?
Whoop him.
So what
You
does the
want to
baby
act like
oil?
a
What does the
kid.
baby oil do? What does the baby oil do?
The baby oil, well, after you get done whooping him, then you oil
Mhm.
his body down. Not the P. Diddy style. Don't do no P. Diddy. No P. Diddy here.
So you
Just massage the wounds. That's it.
you beat his butt, and then you lick his wounds and massage him. And is the massaging to hurt the wound or to help it feel better?
Help it feel better.
See,
Help it
okay,
feel better.
Bonnie. That's why I'm glad we're talking about this, because Bonnie, that's
Yeah.
toxic. You can't, because look, if we told a man, yeah, man, you just gotta beat her butt a little bit, and then you gotta kind of soften her up and caress her and say, hey, baby, I'm sorry I beat your butt. Come on, Bonnie, we would go to jail.
I know, but nah, lady.
Go to hell
That was
jail
just only
doing
a joke, Dave. That was just only a joke. But we do have to set aside of our pride. And that's the worst thing we can have is pride. We got to set aside our pride, our boundaries, see where his heart is at. And if his heart is not in that right direction, sometimes we can leave him, or sometimes we could leave him or lead him. You can lead the man in the wrong direction or in the right direction, but you can leave him in that same moment of direction, whatever you chose to be.
I want to play another clip.
We are toxic. Women are very, as my mother say, women has the power of pussy. Hey, mom says better. Women have the power of pussy. We got the power. How you use it, that's a question.
Somebody said you can't be whipping a man. Sharon said you can't be whipping a man. Well,
it was a joke, Sharon. It was just a joke.
It was a joke, and we grown. This is the After Dark podcast where adults can be adults. We can talk about whatever we want. Now, I will say this: you said something important, and I'm going to say the P word because you introduced it tonight. Women do have the power of the pussy. They do. They do. And pussy is power. Pussy is power, especially when you are in covenant, when you're married. Okay, that all means something. Now, don't forget, ladies, she froze on me again. Look at God. Look at God. She froze. I guess God want me to say a little bit before she come back. Men have the power of the penis. Let's not forget that. Women have pussy power, coochie power. We have dick power, penis power. Your Wi-Fi back. Hold on, let me add her. Come on back. Where you at, Sharon?
Okay, here I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Don't forget, men have the power of the penis.
Yeah. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you this. This is another statement. Women, stop acting like these men got gold on their dates. Stop thinking that a man has a money bag on.
Hold on, Bonnie. I heard you, but whatever room you went into, the Wi-Fi is not as good because you're freezing again. When you go back to kind of the outside area or the basement, wherever you were and it's kind of dark, like that area.
Okay.
That's better. All right, now say what you're saying.
Okay, can you hear me now?
You good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the theory is women, we got to stop acting like a man has a golden dick. Sorry to say. Stop thinking that these men has money bag around their dick, because they not money bags. They human like we are.
Money bags around his penis is diabolical work.
Exactly. Money bag. I said the money bag around his penis area because that's what the first thing they said. Oh yeah, he got money, girl.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna play a clip. I don't want us to. We can stay right in this conversation, but I'm gonna play a clip because I don't want us to go to the total abyss. All right, but
okay.
I want to play this because I think this is a good clip. This clip is about it's a woman She's Muslim, and she's speaking on a podcast, and she's telling the men, don't be just an option for a woman. Don't be someone that's just chasing a woman. Okay. I'm gonna put you on mute, and I'm gonna play the clip. Okay, so we're gonna watch the clip. Yeah, so don't just be chasing these women, is what she's saying. She's saying if you're an option and she got a bunch of men that are on her, that's a problem. So listen to what she says.
If you have to convince a sister, a woman, that you are a good option, that you're her best option, right? By jumping through hoops, by proving yourself, by buying her stuff, by telling her what she wants to hear, she's not the one for you. That's what I tell my sons. Why do I say that? Because she clearly does not see you as her best option, right? She thinks you're just one of many, or maybe you're okay, but maybe another better one is coming, right? Now, if you finally convince her to marry you, what is going to happen in that relationship? What's going to be the power dynamic in that relationship? You've basically signed up for a life of her on a pedestal and you working overtime to please her. And sisters, unfortunately, hate it when I talk about this, right? Because this is the model we've been presented by society. A man's job is to please you. A man's job is to make sure you are happy. A man's job is to cater to you, etc. And the reality is, certainly as far as the deen is concerned, it's actually the opposite. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam have taught us as women the importance of pleasing our husbands, of catering to our husbands, of looking after our husbands. If you have to convince a sister, a woman, that you are a good option, that you're her best option, right? By jumping through hoops, by proving yourself, by buying her stuff, by telling her what she wants to hear, she's not the one for you. That's what I tell my sons. Why do I say that? Because she clearly does not see you as her best option, right? She thinks you're just one of many. Or
Now I want to jump in right there, and then I'm gonna unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted. All right. I agree with her. I definitely agree with everything she said. When I used to say it like this when I was younger, and I'm not saying that this is the right way to say it, but when I was in college, I used to say it like this. When I was a nice guy, I was a puppy dog. I was the nice, sweet, square guy. I got nowhere with ladies. They wasn't feeling it. When I began to act like a dog and act like a wolf, now I really wasn't a wolf. I was still a puppy. I had the good heart, but I acted like I had the attitude or the swag or the edge. I acted like I ain't care. When I started coming off with that swag or that I don't give a F, all of a sudden women found me attractive in college. But when I was Mr. Nice Guy, hey, how you doing? Hey, sister. Hey, what's going on? You all right? You know, just whatever, just being extra nice. They wasn't feeling that. And so if you chase a woman too much, if you chase a woman, right? Like I'm not talking about pursuing her because you're interested. There's mutual interest and you're courting. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about simping and chasing, just going after her. She ain't really feeling you. Your nose wide open. It'll never work. You're not going to convince her to want you when your nose is wide open and she ain't feeling you. And unfortunately, you will be one of many options. You'll be one of many men that are just courting her. How do you feel about that? Do you agree with that statement?
I do agree with it because of the fact it is, I had chased a lot of men, but a lot of men wasn't looking at me. Even my high school days, college days was like, okay, who is this? This like fresh meat here. So when I look at my high school years over the years, along with the college years, it's like, now I look at them like, you're not my forte, but I'll be your friend. Because if push comes to shove, you should have talked to me when we was in high school. Now, since we didn't got older and mature, it's like, dang, where have you been? No, don't give me that. Keep that same energy. That's how you have to be like, and that's how I was. Keep that same energy that you had back in high school. Matter of fact, keep that same energy back in grammar school because me and you both went to the same grammar school to the high school. So,
Yeah,
no, keep it. I don't need it. I don't want
got
it.
it. So check
It's
this out.
nothing.
Let's continue with what they're saying about chasing and how she's saying you got to flip it and your woman should be into you. Not that the man can't be into the woman, but she's saying don't be a simp and chase women, okay? And don't be one of many options. That woman has to value you as the only option. Like, this is who I'm focused on. I want to see where this is going. So listen to what she says in the remainder.
Well, maybe you're okay, but maybe another better one is coming, right? Now, if you finally convince her to marry you, what is going to happen in that relationship? What's going to be the power dynamic in that relationship? You've basically signed up for a life of her on a pedestal and you working overtime to please her. And sisters, unfortunately, hate it when I talk about this, right? Because this is the model we've been presented by society. A man's job is to please you. A man's job is to make sure you are happy. A man's job is to cater to you, etc. And the reality is, certainly as far as the deen is concerned, it's actually opposite. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam have taught us as women the importance of pleasing our husbands, of catering to our husbands, of looking after our husbands.
Now this right here, even that whole statement of she's taught in Islam to honor her husband, please her husband, look after her husband. There's so many women in this world that are against men and they're against women that value their husband. Now, the key word is husband. That's the key word. I'm not talking about your boyfriend or your plaything, right? Because you should reserve certain things for marriage, right? So that's let me make that clear. But there's a lot of women out here today that they don't even want to try to get to the place where they can honor their husband or help and support their husband or look after their husband because they too busy wanting their man to do something for them. It's transactional.
Exactly.
It's transactional, right? And remember the subtitle. You attract what you are, you get what you accept. As a man, if you accept being chasing her, being a plaything, being a toy, being a dick in a jar, being a wallet, if you accept that, then when you marry her, that's all she's gonna want because you presented that. You accepted that. All right, all she want me for is the fact that I got some broad shoulders. I'm just a pair of shoulders. Take me off the shelf when you need me to lift something, protect you, open a jar, carry some groceries, cut the grass. I'm just a workman. Or I'm a dick in a box. Oh, when you get horny, take me off the shelf, play with me, put me back. That's all I'm here. You just call me when you want that. Or I'm a wallet. You always get your hand out. You never there for me. You only take. Hand out all the time. You asking for so much that your hand shaped like cups, as my man said. My man said she got a hand out so much it's shaped like cups, Dave. I said, damn.
Well, Dave, I'm going to say it like this here too, because I agree with that. But you got some men out here that don't respect their own marriage. You got men out here saying, "Oh, I am married." Here come a kicker. I am married, but I'm going to get a divorce. Women, do not fall for that.
I'm gonna
don't fall for that.
In some undisclosed time period and some undisclosed location, I'm gonna get a divorce one day.
Right. And don't marry, like I always tell a lot of my friends, even I tell myself that, don't fall for the okie doke. Because when we fall for the okie doke, that's when our heart come to play. So I'm gonna say this before I go. Ladies, always remember, if a man is very interested, first thing we gotta ask, are you in a relationship? Are you married? And if you say, yes, I am married, but my marriage is falling apart. Here's the kicker. My marriage is falling apart. Okay, your marriage is falling apart. Chances are what he's going to do is he's going to call her. He's going to call and check on his wife. And if he calls and check on his wife in front of you, you all just that. You all are just friends. So just don't fall for the yoke-a-doke. Don't fall in bed with this man because this man is married. Don't go against the grain.
I am going to say something, and I'm going to agree with you. Look, I'm remarried. Hallelujah, praise God. I'm remarried, okay? But back when I was 16 years ago, when I was going through a divorce, right? Paperwork was filed. She filed paperwork. She did not come with me to California. I had a new job, and apparently I had a new situation because she wasn't coming with her husband. She refused. So being single and being legally separated, when I did begin to date, I told women straight up, hey, look, I'm legally separated. She filed for divorce, and you know what? I'm going to agree. I don't think we should stay married no more. So the first couple of people I dated, they were like, hey, you're still married. I'm like, you're right, I'm still married, but I have papers or separation papers. We're working through the discovery and all that stuff with the lawyers. We are literally getting divorced right now. And I would not tell any lady I want to marry you, and I would not tell any lady we need to be locked in.
Right.
Now, if they did want to be locked in terms of like a relationship, I would just tell them straight up, you know, that's cool, but I got to get out of this divorce if I'm gonna get serious like that. Now, if we just having fun, we just having fun. That was 16 years ago. I never lied to anyone. I always told them what the situation was. Men that's out here saying one day I'm gonna get divorced. Yeah, we're gonna get separated. Yo, man, he's still yoked up with his wife. He's still legally married, and not only is he legally married, he's not even separated. So if y'all still living in the same house and y'all dating, I need to put myself on the big screen. If y'all living in the same house and y'all dating, it's not a smart move because somebody may tap the other person at night and say, hey, you know what? I'm really going through it. I don't know if I want this divorce. We're still married. I still love you. There's feelings there. In fact, it's a covenant still there. So, you really don't want to be dating a man that's not in the process of getting divorced, and even in that, right? The process for my divorce took like a year and a half for it actually to finally the ink to dry and everything. Look, God didn't send me my wife until 14 years later. So whoever these men are that's separated, or should I say that's married still, they're not even separated. They ain't ready. The men that's separated probably ain't ready. And the men that just got divorced yesterday probably ain't ready. Like, y'all need to take your time, ladies. I know God can do a miracle, and I'm not saying that can't happen. But, it's tough, man. You need some time to heal. And the ladies, too, for that matter. Fellas.
Yes,
her divorce just got dry. Sheesh. And you lose her how you found her. You can't be dating her and she married, bruh. You want to marry this woman and she's still married? You better let that woman get a full divorce.
Yeah. Like me, I've been divorced now 19 years, going on 20 next year. So I gave myself plenty of opportunities, but I'm not going to jump the bandwagon because this man said, oh, I like you, this and that and the other. No, what I'm like this here. What can you do for me? Let's get to the point. What can you do for me, and what I could do for you?
So I wanted to jump back to this right quick. I know you said you got to go in a little bit, Bonnie. You got to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do some women have a problem with what she said on the second half this part?
If you have to convince a sister, a woman, that you...
No, that was already a repeat. Why do some women have a problem with the idea that here to help and here to cater and to satisfy their husband, to make sure that their husband is good and take care of him? Why are some women against that concept? They just have a problem of saying, I'm gonna take care of my man. You know, like why?
It's the needs of taking care of a man. See,
Explain.
we are a gift from a man. We are part of that man's rib. And that's what some us women forget. We are a gift for them, not a gift to us. We are part of that man's rib. Some of you all women probably disagree with that, but please, it's in the Bible. If you read your Bible, it says a woman is a part of a man's rib. That's in Genesis. Why you think Eve ate that apple? Because she knew we are part of them. We are the rib. You take a man's rib and dust it off as and turn it to a woman. Come on now. Hallelujah, somebody. Praise God.
Jesus. Boy, let me tell you. And that also means that man he's missing a part of himself until he find that wife. He's incomplete.
And we are part of his particles.
Yeah, part of his particles, man. Sheesh. I love that. Yes. I love that. All right.
Ladies, let's get it together. Know your worth. And when a man want to come to you, like single ladies, don't always jump into his bones. Ask him, what can we do for him? And what could he do for us?
I have 2 more videos to play. Do you have time,
I
Bonnie?
got a little bit more time for you.
Uh-oh, hold on. I see somebody checking in. Hold on. Is this one of my day ones? Wave at me if you're ready. All right, let me try to bring her up. Hold up.
See the sign for my job?
Hey. I cannot, Christy. Hey, what's up, Christy Lynn? Checking in.
Nothing. How are you guys doing?
I'm gonna put you on the big screen. Hold on. Okay, I cannot see. It's all bright. I can't see. First of all, you wearing all black. You look like you doing? Look like you're in the Black Panthers. You about ready to march?
Stop playing with me.
We about to march from Trump. Get rid of Trump.
Well, let me say this real quick before we even go there. You know, for everybody that's watching, you guys are entitled to your own political views. Everyone, you're entitled to your own political views. I ain't tripping. All right, y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. I feel how I feel. And I will say this: as a Christian, I am told to pray for my leaders. So I'm praying for Trump, just like I'm praying for Biden, just like I was praying for Harris if she won. All right, that's what we're supposed to do. All right, Christy, I'm getting some feedback, my friend. I'm gonna put you on mute, okay? Hold on, Christy. I'm gonna unmute you. Now you got your AirPods in?
No.
Because I'm hearing a breakup. I'm hearing like staticky.
I know. I hear it too.
Let me see if it's on my end.
No, it's when I mute Christy, it goes away. It's Christy.
Oh, okay.
It's you, Christy.
Sound like she's typing. She got a ghost over there that's typing.
You got some water trickling or something?
Did you mute
That's
me?
better. No, I didn't.
There's a lot of computers around here.
Oh, it's electrostatic. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. You mute your. Well, you know what, Christy? I'm gonna mute you. Hold on, because it's snap, crackling, and popping. No, I muted it. It's snap, crackling, and pop. Unless you want to manage your own mute. I just muted you. Go ahead, unmute.
Okay. Okay. How about now?
It's still there. Don't worry about it. When it's time to talk, I'll unmute you. Okay. All right. Cool. I'll unmute you when it's time to talk. Now, listen. This is what we only got 30 minutes, and I want to play this. So don't go nowhere, Bonnie. Don't go nowhere, Christy. All right. First of all, Christy, is there something you wanted to say about one of the clips that I already played? Is there some comment about something you've already seen that you didn't get a chance to, or should I move to the next clip?
You can go to the next clip because there was a few things that I saw that in the moment I wanted to say something, but I'm too old, so I can't remember. I know I wanted to touch on saying the fact that the topic was you attract what you are, you get what you accept.
Yes.
So I said one thing I was saying is that one, we teach people how to treat us and what we are going to deal with and not deal with, and I think as you go through life, you learn your boundaries as far as that is. And when you see it, you just got to nip it in the butt right away, because there's too many fish in the sea, like they say, right? There's too many people in this world to waste your time on something that you see from the very beginning not going anywhere. Attracting what you are, I think that's true. I don't completely agree with that, because I feel like you attract what you are or what you used to be and what that person might need at that moment, right? Because you might be there to teach them something about themselves that you once experienced. So it's not that you're attracting what you are, but attracting maybe what you used to be, because that's what that person needs in that moment. If that makes sense.
Yeah. The psychological trauma of I'm scared to open up. All right. In Bonnie's case, she had a man that was scared to speak up and say, I don't want to pay this, or was scared to speak up and say, I'm having financial difficulty. He just didn't communicate. So she put a bill on the table. They both would look at it and be like, right? Nobody say nothing. And she was like, Dave, I shouldn't have to ask a man, and I don't want to bug a man. So therefore I didn't speak up. And what I said was it a possibility that you attracted the type of man that wouldn't speak up because you were the type that wouldn't speak up? And then I played this clip. I'm gonna play it real quick just so you can see it and hear it. Okay, I'll play the clip real quick so you can hear it.
Do you think we attract people based on our psychological wounds?
100%.
Wow. And as we start to heal and grow, if the other person's not healing and growing, we kind of pull away.
So even that real quick, we attract people based on our psychological wounds. Bonnie didn't want to talk. She felt like I shouldn't have to nag a man. I shouldn't have to speak up. He should understand. He felt the same way. I shouldn't have to tell her. I shouldn't have to. I ain't got nothing to say either. I got pride. But then she eventually got to the place where she was like, I can't do this. I got to move on. I have to look after myself. And she moved on. When she elevated, unfortunately, he could not come with her. So he was stuck back there in that same trauma of, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to communicate. So that's what I was saying in terms of like, there could be some of that happening in our lives where we attract someone that is, even though it seems like we're here to help them, and we are, maybe we were right where they were. And maybe that's why they were pulled into our lives, because we can identify, and we were just there.
And it was something that we needed to realize. Give me one second.
Yeah, something that we needed to realize. Okay. All right. So Christy's at work. She gonna take that. All right. I'm going to play the next clip since we're running out of time. Let me go to the next clip. Now. Bonnie, should I go?
I wanted to say something. Can I say something?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Christina. Yeah, before I move on.
Because that situation that Bonnie had found herself in, I understand that. That happened to me one time, and it was somebody I was dating in the city, right? And I always had to take tolls going into the city, right? Personally, I felt like he should offer to like help with either the tolls or gas or something, right? But then I kept on noticing like he wasn't offering. So then I brought it up as a topic of conversation, like, hey, and he said exactly what you had said. One of the points was like, well, if you need it, then all you had to do was ask. right? I don't know if that's a need or a want of yours if you don't speak up. And I was really stuck on like, but I shouldn't have to, right? Because we are both spending equal time together, right? It's not like you're splitting and we're, you know, I'm going over there one day, you're coming over here. No, it's me always going into the city from Jersey. That's tolls. Tolls are crazy. That's gas. So I was like, so I saw it as like, no, I'm not agreeing with you. But then I was like, okay, well, just so we know now, when I come to New York, I feel like we should split that, you know, 50-50, whether it's you want to take care of the tolls or the gas or whatever. But I think it would be fair if we did that since we're both coming together to spend time together. He agreed, but then I noticed that the behavior was still the same. Like he wasn't offering, he wasn't giving. So I was like, okay, we've already had the conversation. I addressed it, said what I would like moving forward. And now he's not doing the change behavior. So
you know why?
Why?
He wasn't there yet. He didn't want to lose you. So he said, okay, I'm going to make the change. I'm going to mute you because I'm getting the snap, crackle, pop. He didn't want to lose you or lose the situation that y'all were in, and he enjoyed being with you. But you required him to grow and to change. He wasn't willing to do it. And therefore, he said, yeah, I'm going to do that. You're right. But then he fell back to his behavior because he was not yet ready to make the actual change. Right. And so then you had to make a choice. Am I going to continue to give? Right. Or am I going to require that he at least reciprocate? Right. I think you did the right thing by moving on. The problem that we have, and I want to say this, ladies, that whole transactional thing that we played earlier, where the young lady said, if you're in a transactional relationship, here's how you know. And this is short, Christy. So I'll play this so you can hear it. This one is short and sweet. This is about transactional relationships. Check this out. That's what he was in with you.
And that's where things go wrong. When you do something for your spouse, because you're expecting a response back, that means you're in a transactional relationship. If you're in a relationship that's a covenant relationship and you just show up because that's what God called you to be, then that's a relationship that can stand the test of time. So if you've ever been in your relationship and you've stopped talking to your spouse, like you've given them a silent treatment, or you've stopped doing something that was kind because your spouse didn't show up right, or because they didn't thank you, or because they didn't recognize something that you've done, you are in a transactional relationship. That means they have to do something for you before you can show up the way you're supposed to.
Transactional relationship. They have to, it's tit for tat. He's probably like, yo, I ain't driving to the city, or driving to Jersey. Why don't you come see me first? And then you like, hey, I've come see you the first 4 times. Like, what? You ain't never came out. What are we doing? And he was looking at it transactionally. He did not want to do that because for whatever reason, it's the mute. I'm gonna mute it. He didn't want to do that for whatever reason. So then when you call him on the carpet, he says, oh, you right, baby, I'm gonna change. You right, babe. Then he don't really change. And then you're like, yo, I've given you time to change. You ain't really changed. It's because he really didn't want to do it. He was transactional. And you weren't. You were giving and he was taking.
But in a sense, I'm just maybe devil's advocate, but like in a sense, aren't relationships transactional?
No, they don't have to be. Christy, yeah, dang, that computer crackle, it's like snap, crackle, pop. It's like Rice Krispies. Don't worry, I muted you. I got you. When you're ready to talk, just come off mute. Let me tell you this, Christy. I had an entire episode years ago about unconditional love and being vulnerable, right? It doesn't have to be transactional. See, the world is transactional. I work the hour, pay me my hourly wage. As they say, fair exchange, no robbery. Hey, we went on a first date and I gave you coochie. well, I gave you a nice time, a nice dinner. I might have put some money in your hand, right? And so a man would say fair exchange, no robbery. Like, yeah, you gave coochie, but you got experience and you also got dick. That is a transactional pimp and hoe mentality. It's pimp, hoe, stripper, John. It's that mentality. Like, where the money? You show me the money, I'll show you the honey. And that's not how relationships have to be. That's one way to do it. The other way is, and see, this is the thing. You can't give this to everybody. You cannot give unconditional agape love to everyone. You have to weigh out properly. Is this the right type of man? Is this husband material? Are we in the right type of relationship? Okay, now I can give. I can be open. I can give and not expect nothing back. That's what she meant when she said covenant. She said when you're in a covenant, you do it because you love them. They're your spouse and you don't expect nothing in return.
And that's where things go wrong. When you do something for your spouse because you're expecting a response back, that means you're in a transactional relationship. If you're in a relationship that's a covenant relationship and you just show up because that's what God called you to be, then that's a relationship that can stand the test of time.
Showing up because it's your purpose, it's your duty. That's how God wants you to be. Basically, they're your love and you ain't worried about losing anything. Oh, yeah, you got a lot going on in the background, Christy. Bonnie, go ahead, Bonnie. Go ahead. Uh-oh, hold on. You got to unmute yourself, Bonnie. I tried.
Can you hear me now?
Now I got you. There you go.
Okay. That piggyback to what I was saying earlier, like a man, women, we need to stop thinking that a man have gold around his dick. I hate to say it like that, but we cannot be thinking like that. We can't think like that if a man have dick around his gold. He don't have a golden dick. I'm sorry to say. We just had to.
Can we say penis?
Out.
That's the medical term. I don't. Listen, man. I don't want all my Christian friends like that. They talking about dick. We're talking about penis. It's a difference. Okay. Dick is a street term. Penis is a medical term.
Okay, we're gonna use the medical term. Ladies, stop thinking that these men have penis around their gold around penis. We don't look at a man as money. We have to look at them as our helping hand. We have to look at it as, and it's a difference. Let me tell y'all something. There is a difference between helping hand and become a gold digger.
Right.
Because that's something we don't want. We don't want us. We got to stop that. We got to stop thinking a golden penis.
Yeah. You know what's funny? When you made the mistake and said penis around their gold, some men do have penis around their gold. They like, you gotta get penis before you get to the money, honey. You can't do nothing.
But yes, we gotta stop thinking like that, ladies. Stop. We gotta don't think like a man. Like Steve Harvey said it the best. You don't want to become a sporty fish. Steve Harvey said it. He said it in his book. You don't want to become a sporty fish. You want to become that fish that man wants, and he wants to eat it.
Oh Lord!
And he wants to keep that fish.
Yeah. Hold on. I want all my church friends to know this is After Dark. The podcast is called After Dark. We are adults. There's libations going on. I just had some wine. So yes, we talk about grown up stuff. And there, you want to become the fish that he wants to eat. That's right. That means a wife. That means a wife. He catch you, he clean you, he cook you, he eats you. Lord have mercy. I'll let my wife interpret that on her own.
But so ladies, just we are, like I said, I'm picking it back to where I said it in the beginning. Steve Harvey said it. And so far, I got the respect that I needed, you know. So when we saying we got to know what we want, but it's the power of our worth.
Mm. Oh, did we lose Christy? We lost
I
Christy.
think we did.
Mm-mm-mm. All right. Hey, I have one more clip to play, Bonnie.
Okay. I'm
gonna let you I'm gonna let you choose. Should I go with the preachy clip, or should I go with the discussion conversation clip?
Let's go with Pastor Mike.
We're going with the pastor. Okay. All right. We're going with the preachy clip. This is a good one. All right. She says, you want to know if you're ready for marriage? You want to know if you're ready for marriage. Here is how you know, according to this young lady. And trust me, she was preaching. Oh, hold on. Where's my volume? Okay.
Before we physically got divorced, we tried everything, and we went through counseling. A counselor once asked me, she asked him, if something was to ever happen to you and you were not able to take care of yourself, who would you want to take care of you?
Yeah.
He immediately looked at me. He said, Tiffany.
Hold up. So just for context, a lady said that when she was married before, and a counselor asked her, if something happened to you and you couldn't take care of yourself, who would you want? She asked her, the counselor asked her husband, her ex-husband, but her husband at the time, if something happened to you and you couldn't take care of yourself, who would you want to take care of you? He immediately said, Tiffany, my wife, the woman that's talking. So he said, I want my wife to take care of me if I'm incapacitated or something's wrong. So the counselor asked her the same question. Who would you want to take care of you? This is back when she was married to her man who just said, I want you to take care of me. Here's her answer.
I want my wife to do it.
Yeah.
She then asked me the question, if something was to happen to you and you could not take care of yourself, who would you want to be your caregiver? I said, send me back to my mother. This counselor looked at me and she says, Tiffany, we got a lot of work to do. Why would you ever decide to marry a man and to become one with him? And if something was to happen to you, you would not allow him to be the one that would care for you. I had to do so much self-searching, so much understanding of me. Then she went on to ask me, she says, if he never changes, can you accept this version of him for the rest of your life? And I said, no. She then looked at us and she says, well, then you all need to leave my office because you're not ready to die to marriage.
Now, listen, this is big. If you're already married and you talking about, I don't want my spouse to take care of me, send me back to my mother and father. If you already married and you talking about, what did she say? What was the last thing she said? Send me back to my mother and father. It was first thing. This other thing she said was, if he never changes, I can't accept him the way he is. That's a problem, because you marry someone that's your assignment. And there you. So part of that, I know we're on mute. And by the way, ladies, we out of here in 6 minutes because I keep it under 2 hours now for editing purposes. But I want to let everybody say their last piece. But I'll just say this, ladies, if you're marrying someone and you can't accept them for who they are right now, that's a problem, because you married them accepting them and their faults, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. That means that if your husband drink a lot, you married him that way. If he never stops drinking, you signed up and said, yes, God, I can be his rib, even though he drinks a lot. If your wife has a spending problem, if she never gets better, you married her saying, yes, God, I can help her manage her drinking, her spending problem. I can help. But if they never get better, you signed up for that. That's what marriage is. A lot of people don't know that. Anybody got a 1 minute response before I let y'all go? Go ahead.
I sure do. This just happened to me last month because, I just had surgery. My ex-husband who I've been divorced for 19 years, came and rescued me by my bedside, him and my mother and my son. So my mom was like, your ex-husband came to rescue you? And I told her, and the doctor was in the room, examining my whole body. Do you want your ex-husband out the room? No. Let him see. Because he knows my body. My ex-husband, even though we've been divorced for 19 years, that was still my husband. I'm still carrying his last name. I earned that. Even when he was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was there by his bedside.
That's love, and that says a lot. And yeah, that says a lot. That when you got sick, he showed up. That says a whole lot, and some people don't understand that. Chrissy, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Am I unmute? Okay, I'm unmuted.
Yes, I got you.
Well, first, thank you for letting me come up and share some time with you. I wanted to say about that. Yeah, to get to that point after you're married, that's kind of backwards. If you don't see till death do us part, in sickness and in health, like that's what you're saying. That's what you're vowing to. So to say these things after you're married is kind of crazy. You did say something, and I know you probably don't have time to touch on it, but earlier you said something to the nature of girlfriend material, like wife material.
Yep.
Giving like a wife material in the girlfriend stage, right? And vice versa.
Yes.
How is a man gonna know if you're wife material if you're holding back till you get married?
Thus the conundrum. And you know what? We could do another hour on that comment alone. We could
Make it make sense, right?
I'm gonna say this. And I know I'm about to drop a bomb, but I gotta say it. He that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Not he that finds a girlfriend or a booty partner or a situationship. What that means is, ladies, you have to be moving and behaving like a wife before you even meet him. Now, here is the challenge. You can't give that wife to everybody. You can't be wifey with everybody. So how do you behave like a wife and not be in a relationship? How do you behave like a wife and be celibate? How do you behave like a wife and be waiting to find the right guy so you can open your heart? See, that's a mentality. We just read it earlier. As you think of, so you are. So I'm gonna say for me, and then we out of here. I had to stop playing around with women and being in situationships and getting coochie. I had to stop doing it. I had to start saying, you know what? I'm waiting until I find my wife. I'm taking my time. You know what? I don't want a relationship. You know what? I don't want sex. I don't want a situationship. I just want to find the right person. I had to start turning people down and changing my behavior before God started bringing me wife material. And then the first or second person that showed up wasn't the wife. They were wife material, but they weren't the one. My destiny didn't show up until later. And on that note, I gotta go, y'all. Ladies, I'll see y'all next time. Make sure y'all join. I should do an after show, but we'll do something another time, okay? Kristen Lynn, thank you. Bonnie, I appreciate you, man. It's Dave Life After Dark, man. It's Dave Life After Dark podcast. I'll see y'all next Thursday on YouTube, man. I'll see y'all. All right, peace.